Welcome back, guys. Episode 2 of the Rebuilding Southern Miss series. The end of episode 1, we had lost our bowl game to Kansas State, 19 to 6. Uh, However, just a great year for our first year, 10 and 4. Uh, we did it with 79 offensive talent, which was good for 104th in the country, and defensive talent was 80, which was good for 103. So definitely a great season. So just going to check a couple of things as we move on through this season. Postseason, San Diego State was somehow number one. That's great. I mean, they did have a pretty decent team, 19th and 30th. They were number one seed, and they beat Ohio State. I'm gonna take a guess that their coaching was really good. Let's see. 10 on offense, 10 on defense. They don't exactly definitely match up to their head coach. They don't get the full 13 play calling efficiency, but two excellent coordinators, so that helps. Just checking out the rest of the playoff bracket. Alabama upsetting Georgia. Everything else looks pretty good. We can check out some stats. They're not completely final as some bowl games are still left and playoff games, but kind of shocked our quarterback with his 4,100 yards is up there, but I mean, still a ton of yards. Wonder why Jason Slaughter didn't get to play much. Oh, he got hurt. He had three excellent games before going down there. That was tough for South Florida. We'll see. Oh yeah, they had a very rough year. Our field goal kicker was second in made attempts. All right, yeah, second made attempts. Also, it looks like they had the most attempts. Nope, a couple other guys edged him out. He did have better accuracy than them, so that was nice. Check out punting stats as well. Check out some award winners. Reuben Jackson, gotta love the hair. He's player of the year and also a junior, so we'll see if he comes back. Brooks was a senior, so he's done. Freshman of the year, almost 1,000 yards. Not a bad year for LSU's receiver McMillan. The coach of the year to Caleb Mayo, probably Mayo. And then let's see why he did it. His team must not have been that great. Well, ranked 46 and 73rd, but they do play in the ACC, so they probably were not planned to win that many games. We do have a ton of recruiting commitments. 17 on the year. We also have a lot of pitches we could send out to people. However, I'm not sure I want to really add more to this class. I want to save enough room for plenty of transfers in the off season because we're definitely going to get a few more guys. As you can see, our last week we picked up a couple guys, Johns and Vu from Florida, because we're gonna get Hill from Montana. No one's gonna get him. We're gonna pick up Lyle. Lyle, so he's a 65 and a B though, so it's okay to get him. We're gonna pick up Burgess. I know his overalls dropped a lot, but he has B potential. Probably gonna get McGee. Probably not gonna get Connor Benjamin, but I will try to. Well, that's actually the best pitch we can give him. So this kind of shows you what our recruiting looks like. I'm not gonna offer these guys. We're gonna try to leave those spots open. We'll see what happens in week 2. San Diego State continues Battle of California. Alabama's all over Washington. Notre Dame edges out Michigan. We'll have to check that game out. Looks like a good one. So Notre Dame was up pretty consistently throughout the game. Michigan was able to make it a one-score game at the end, but Notre Dame looks like they were ahead for a majority of the game. Michigan did take a brief lead in the second quarter. Did we pick anybody up? Doesn't look like it. San Diego State's perfect season's over. Alabama getting hot in the playoffs. They edged out Georgia in the first round, all over Washington second round, dominated San Diego State third round or semifinals. Oklahoma State with the upset of Notre Dame, 37-23. All right, national championship, number 6 seed versus number 12 seed. Let's see what happens. Alabama with the national championship. Let's see how the game was. Oh, wow. They dominated Oklahoma as well. So outside the close game with Georgia, they just pretty much dominated. Field goal, field goal. Let's find out if this was extra point or just 2 field goals. Yep, they did not give up a touchdown in the last 3 playoff games. That's some excellent defense. Let's see where they ranked on defense. They were the number 5 defensive team in the country. Also going with the number 4 offensive team in the country. So even though they had a rough regular season, at least to their standards, they also do play in the toughest conference. Let's find out who they lost to. They lost in overtime to LSU, which we saw earlier was 6-6. They probably had a bowl game though. Oh, they ended the season 6-7. Tough loss to UCF. They lost to number 1 Texas, and they also lost their rival game with Auburn. What did Texas end up doing? Texas lost a tough one to Georgia in the SEC championship game, and they got beat pretty soundly by Oklahoma in the quarterfinals. Okay, let's check out our expectations. We definitely exceeded when we won more than 4 games. We won 10. So fan base was very happy about it. We went from an F plus to a D plus, uh, which is a pretty big jump for one season. It's gonna be hard to make that jump every year. Integrity rose by 4. Good job. I mean, it takes a little while to get that to a high number to help with the recruiting. All right, coaching updates +6. That's very nice. We're just going to add it all into training and recruiting to help us get some better players. A lot of good options here. Some with recruiting, some with actual gameplay. I'm going to go with offensive line recruiting for the first badge. These are two excellent ones. Expert trainer, but also receiver developer. Also the scouting +4. Then we're going to go expert trainer. Many good traits out of this group of 8. Let's see if we can get some other good ones here. Also more great ones. Now I have 2 specific quarterbacks, dual threat or gunslinger, but also just quarterbacks in general can help recruit them a little bit better with 50, but also have a couple of rating bumps. I think I'm just going to go with a generic quarterback recruiter since I can recruit all quarterbacks. This is not gunslinger and dual threat. All right, let's see how the coordinators improved. Offensive coordinator had a +2. Improves offense to 10. Add some to recruiting. Defensive coordinator also +2. Gonna do the same. He also added a badge. Many good traits. Linebacker developer, defensive line developer. But also has dominate blocks, money down, no fly zone. Do your job. Then we go defensive line developer though. Definitely got a ton of points. The 10th best statistical defense, and now we're facing some pretty bad offensive teams, so that helped. But we were ranked only 103 in defensive rating, so that made a big improvement. Okay, this is normally where you can renegotiate and get your guys, lock them down. However, since I lucked up with such great coordinators at the beginning, I am not going to lock them down. In the future, I'm going to lock down all good coordinators, but I don't feel like I'm cheating the game by getting lucky, getting great recruiters, and then just holding, not recruiters. They're good recruiters, somewhat, not really, but good coordinators. So I'm going to let them have an opportunity to go elsewhere. Okay, let's find out. So we actually have 2 head coaching offers from Northern Illinois and Sam Houston State. Uh, Southern Miss actually has better facilities than both these schools, or better school rating. Prestige level, Northern Illinois beat Illinois, beat it by 2-1, but definitely not going to take the integrity hit and leave the school already. So we're staying. Oh, lucky for us, our coordinator does not go elsewhere. So I'm going to bring him back for sure. And our defensive coordinator stayed as well. Extremely lucky. Check out some head coach changes. Wasn't really many in the offseason. Uh, Looks like Kentucky's defensive coordinator became Sam Houston's head coach. Uh, so I guess Northern Illinois kept their guy. We just had the option of taking that spot. Players leaving. I doubt we have anybody really go pro from our program. So Should be a very low list. Yep, we did not lose anybody. None of our seniors are going to look to be drafted. They could be signed, you know. Trey Riddle's a 90 rated DB. He could be signed to an NFL team. Durham, Antoine, Montgomery. You never know. A plus potential. Wish we had had him as a freshman. Okay, players transferring. We might have some major transfers. We'll see. We're going to try to cut as many people as we can without, you know, tanking our integrity because we have a lot of changes we got to make a successful team. Only one guy wants to transfer. Tucker, 74 rated running back, C plus potential. He did get the ball a decent amount of times last year, 68 times plus receptions with carries. However, he wants more playing time. Let's see what he really wants. He wants 85 carries, projected to be the number 2 running back. He's really just not that good, though. I think we're going to let him transfer out. All right, as it shows, we have 85 scholarships. We definitely need to start making some cuts. He's really never going to play. Cut, cut, cut. So I've already lost 2 integrity. Opened up for 7 recruits. I usually like keeping my integrity as high as possible, but I want to try to open it up a little bit more. He's a sophomore already. I mean, he'll be a redshirt sophomore next year since he didn't play, but I don't really see him playing much. So we'll make the cut there as well. Okay, so we're going to lose 4 integrity points, but we have opened up more spots for transfers. So maybe we can get a little bit more talent coming in. Pro draft, none of our guys were taken. Let's see what kind of great players are in the transfer portal. Now, a couple of really good players are transferring from their schools. However, we're probably not going to get these guys, but hopefully we can start landing some people a little bit further down the list. Anybody in the Hall of Fame? Derek Brooks. Maybe he's related to the great Tampa Bay Buccaneers linebacker. He's he's also a defensive player. This is a lineman, but he still had a great year. Reuben Jackson was the player of the year for offense. Uh, it looks like he did decide to go pro. Let's see where he got drafted. 9th overall. So that's going to hurt Oklahoma for sure. Ring of Honor. Those two, plus added Thaddeus Head from TCU, had an excellent season for them. And Axel Metcalf was the heart of that San Diego State defense that had won so many games. My starting quarterback was sacked the most in NCAA so far. Uh, Hopefully, we will not hold that record for much longer. It's not the record you want to have. Some of these records might actually hold for a while. 1,800 yards receiving for Miller, 126 catches. That's going to be kind of tough to catch up to. We'll have to see if anybody can catch those. Of course, after just one season, every stat is going to be a team record. We will see what happens as the seasons go on. Okay, off-season recruiting. This is very major to our program. We landed 3 more guys, Burgess, Lyles, and Hill. We lost out on Connor Benjamin. It's okay. We're probably going to have to get Corey Ford, but we're going to change the custom order and move him down so we don't have to get him if we can get some better transfers. Looks like he might be the only. Oh, we'll probably get Howell as well. Huston. McGee. We had mentioned those earlier. We'll definitely move him down the order. So let's look at our transfers, see who we can get. This actually looks pretty nice. 69 A plus. And we definitely winning the interest battle, so we're definitely gonna try to pick up Samante. Let's see, let's go ahead and filter some of this out. Try to see if we can get some A plus guys who are interested in coming here. Charles Branch, I'm sure he'll get redshirted. I doubt he played a lot with 67. He did not a single game. We barely beat him 19 to 13 in interest, but no one else wants him. Maybe we can pick him up. Xavier Grimes, running back from Georgia. We edge out South Alabama by 1. I think we got to go for him. Dennis Samuel, 1 beating, you know. They're kind of our rival, I guess. Similar ratings. Oops. I forgot when you do that, you lose your filter. That's my bad. Liam Beasley, a receiver, 73. So it's worth trying to pick up. We definitely need a quarterback, though. So let's see if we can find a quarterback that's interested in coming to our program. How far are we behind Colorado State? That's actually pretty close. So we can find a freshman. Alex Bowers out of Notre Dame. Baylor wants him. We're not going to beat Baylor for him. I doubt we beat TCU. Not even close. So it's just going to get worse and worse as we go down that list. So really, Clark might be our only or our best option of picking somebody up. I think we're going to try for coffee as well, even though we're behind in interest score. Um, we'll give it an effort because he's going to be a redshirt sophomore next year. He'll give us a little bit more years than, McNeil and way more than Clark. We're still going to target Clark because we got to get a quarterback. What kind of needs do we have left? Let's see. Kind of filled most of it. Looks like we can get another safety. I don't know if we're going to get any safeties though. Looks like we're behind in all interest score battles and no one's really interested. Drop it to B potential. Maybe we'll find someone. No, didn't really change that. C potential. A little bit closer to Kennesaw State. Down 10 to UMass, so that'd be kind of hard to catch up. Oh, Jaden White, we're number one for. 78 and B minus. Gotta add him on the list in case we lose out on other targets. 4-star receiver. How far are we behind Vanderbilt? Todd? Let's go for it. Sean Elmore. Also tied for. Let's see how many targets we have so far. We have 22 targets, 9 scholarships. I feel like it's pretty good. At least good enough. I'm going to start changing some of this order around, move these guys down that we really don't want. If we can't fill a spot, we'll take them, but we're not really looking to get them. Probably send him 10 spots down. Maybe a few more. Okay, quarterbacks. Coffee will be our number one target. Clark second. We'll have Jaden White down here if we can't get either one of those. Okay, we'll see what happens to the week two. Maybe the other schools won't really go after these players. Let's find out. Okay, got ahead of them pretty decently. We're edging out New Mexico State. We had a huge push. We're still behind Temple by a little bit. I mean, Troy, my bad. It's going to be a close battle. They're going with ace pitch. They got a better pitch than we do. We do edge them out slightly by interest score. Let's look at NIL. Now, we don't have a lot of money to spend, and I like to use it for our facilities, but getting a decent running back like that, we're going to try and see if we can buy him off. Barely ahead of Rutgers. Colorado State barely ahead of them. Pretty decently ahead of Arkansas State. So I don't need 3 quarterbacks. So we'll see after this week if we need to move anybody down. But I figured the AI is going to start spending some money. And we're going to fall behind some of these players. But not yet. But actually, before I do that, let's check out for anyone who has no interest at all with high potential. Just in case there's a couple guys we can add. Got a couple DBs, a kicker, another DB. So let's go ahead and target a couple of these guys who have no interest at all. And that'll be before the high school players that we were recruiting. These guys are probably, we might not end up with them anyway because of the other players we're going for. Yeah. Oops, that was the wrong button. Sorry. Okay. On to off-season recruiting week 3. We'll see how it goes. We now have 30 targets for 9 spots. Okay, we're losing out on the first running back we're going for. South Carolina's pulled ahead. They probably gave him a little bit of money for him, 35,000. I mean, he has A plus, and he's gonna be a red shirt. So you're gonna have him for 4 years if he doesn't go pro. I think we're gonna try to spend a little bit of money as well. How far are we down? We're down 203. What pitch did they go for last week? Also good. I think we spend 260. That should definitely get them. Even if they add a little bit more money, I don't think they're gonna add that much more. I think we'll get them with that. We're also losing out on Branch now. New Mexico State giving him 500,000. I don't know if he's worth that though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on him. Xavier Grimes, someone we really wanted. Troy's also almost got paying $1 million. If we want to win him, we're gonna have to spend another 600,000. 1.2 millions for a 76 overall A minus running back. And he's not going to be redshirted as he played 5 games for Georgia last year. I think we're going to bow out and let Troy get him. Let's see, will Liam Beasley get redshirted? He will. We're losing out on the pitch for sure, but we can give him a little bit more money. Maybe they won't. We're now losing out on Coffee by not much. No one's offered him any NIL money yet. It's really not going to bump it up. We're going to lose out on Coffee. Nothing we can do about that. We're going to take away the ace pitch since we're not going to be able to get him. We're now losing out on Clark by a little bit. Still ahead on Jaden White. He was our backup choice, of course. I think we're going to move an ace pitch to Clark. With high quarterback asking prices, even if you get offer them a ton of money for you, it's really not that many points, so we're not. Move this to great. Maybe we can help out a little bit. 78 overall receiver. Middle Tennessee State got ahead of us with offering $1 million. I feel like Vanderbilt's also going to offer him money. Let's see. We're 136 down. If they don't offer at all, I just don't know. Is he worth 600,000? We would have him for 2 years. I think we'll offer it. If we don't get him, we don't get him. And of course, we'll pick up all these guys since no one's shown any interest in them if our other recruits fall out. We'll still target coffee, who knows? Maybe Rutgers somehow will get too many scholarship players and we can still sneak away with them, but I doubt it. Let's check out our rankings so far. We're probably at the very bottom. Let's see. We are almost a complete bottom. 131, 131st ranked recruiting class so far. Only ahead of very few schools. Most of our players were two-star players. We had 18 two-star players, but their potential is pretty good. So even though the game thinks we have a terrible recruiting class, I feel pretty good about what we have so far. Let's see what happens with the transfers. Okay, lost out on Grimes. That was expected though. Lost out on Ryan. We'll go through this. Coffee was close, I hope. He kind of pulled away. They offered him $3 million. We weren't going to do that, so we missed out on him. Chandler, 3-star transfer from Jackson, Mississippi, coming home. Lost out on Tatum. It was a close battle, but I mean they offered him over $1.2 million. We were not even the same zip code of that one. So Tatum's going to Tennessee or Vanderbilt. We did pick up Samonte. That's nice. Edged out South Carolina. They did add a little bit more money. They offered him 476,000. However, our smaller amount of money with slightly higher interest allowed us to sneak away with him. So that's a very big win for our first year recruiting. Looks like the bug is back. Unless, did I forget to offer those guys scholarships? I'll have to go back and look at the video. Oh man, that'd be such a dumb move. I played this game hundreds of hours. I might not have offered scholarships to all those guys I added. So I ended up picking up some of the high school transfers or high school recruits that I was recruiting earlier. Wow, that's pretty bad. But hey, we all make mistakes. Uh, Not a terrible recruiting class. We got a couple of guys added that we needed. Let's see if we moved up any on the rankings. Oh, we actually fell a spot. Ouch. 132. Well, only place to go is up, unless we go down to 133 and 134. Hopefully not. Okay, Prestige jumped up a whole lot though. Us winning 10 games moved us from a 1 to a 4. Wow, that's a huge jump. Let's see. If we were going max, it'd be 9 million. We're not going to spend that much money though. Drop it down to 5. Pay off our debt with coaches. I really want to focus on facilities and academics, especially with that big jump in prestige. We're going to get more boosters. So we're definitely going to move this up to a 5. Any leftover money will go toward facilities. Now we're not going to pay the maintenance on our other positions or other traits. They're not falling right now, so we'll definitely have to pay the balances and the maintenance costs for next season. But maybe we can look out into a couple of good boosters. So let's find out. Yeah, we didn't make any money at all last year compared to some programs. We did get our booster rewards. That helped some. But our conference TV deal doesn't pay much money. Our conference prestige for getting the championship game is not that great. The bowl game, even though we lost, gave us $3 million. So that did help a little bit. We should add at least 2 boosters. We'll see how many we get. Oh, we only add one. It's a gold booster, so that is good. A lot better than it could be. Conference realignment. Really not going to mess with that this season. Let's find out who we're going to play next season. I like to find teams that are not as good as us. Let's see. Got a couple of choices. We'll play Washington State. Let's go against New Mexico State. And let's find one of our, maybe a closer game. We'll play Tulane. Okay, let's look at our home and away. See, we need to balance this out some. 3 home games, 4, 5, 6. It's actually balanced perfectly. So next season we'll be away at Washington State. We'll be home against New Mexico State, and we'll be home against Tulane. I try to schedule home and away with each team I play. Just makes it feel a little bit more realistic. Okay, on to year 2. Okay, as we can see, the talent is not that great, but hopefully we can get some good gains. All right, pretty decent bump for Long, 86 rated defensive lineman. Actually, our best 2 players on defensive line. Then we have a bunch of decent DBs. See how quarterback looks. Oh, I didn't get a quarterback. Oh, this is going to be such a bad year. Wow, I didn't double check that when we were doing the transfer. That hurts. 75 rated quarterback. I mean, it could definitely be worse, but that is going to be near the bottom, I'm sure. He definitely can't run. He can throw a little bit. We'll just have to try train him up. Running back, not huge jumps. We have a decent running back in Harrington. This is going to be a bad season. Receivers, Clemens moved up a little bit, but really not many great options. Tight end, we have a couple of great, highly potential tight ends, but they're not a big part of our offense. Offensive line's not bad for a Sun Belt conference. 5 guys over 75. Have a couple of A potential guys coming down here too. Didn't get much jumps at all. Really needed them to jump up. Linebacker core is not bad. Safeties are decent. Actually, a lot of good DBs. Probably too many, I would say. Okay, I've already checked all of these. I don't know why I keep looking at them. Just hoping they would be better. We are going to have 13 play calling efficiency for offense and defense. So our coaching will help elevate our talent a little bit, but it's just not that much talent. So 13, 13. Decent defense, pretty bad offense. Okay, let's see if we can try to train some of these guys up. Try to pick up our recruit. Try to get him a little bit better. I mean, we're still a spread team. Probably doesn't matter which one we go for. Ah, +1. That one hurt. We need that to be a bigger gain. Another +1. We're not having good odds right now. Now, the really poor facilities are definitely holding us back a little bit. We will have to try to upgrade them as we go. +4. That helps a little bit. Okay, let's see who's interested in going to Southern Mississippi. Sure, a lot of 2 stars are. Let's find out any 3-star guys before we start going for all the 2s. All right, we got a couple. Got a little advantage there. Oh, it's a D-, that's why. We'll add him for now. F+, C-, C+. Okay, of course, we will start adding some of these guys and then scout them as we go along to make sure they fit to our program. A lot of safeties. Probably going to hold back on the safeties for a little bit. We're still ahead of these guys. Got +6. I can't just keep adding safeties though. He's 70, so we're gonna hold on to him. We've already added 6 safeties. We need 4 though. I guess that's why a lot of safeties are interested. Maybe we'll add him. Still barely ahead with these guys. We'll add them to the target list. A lot of safeties and linebackers and quarterbacks. Here's a receiver. We'll add him if we're still ahead. +2. Barely, but we're ahead. 72 overall. And a 4-star, and we're ahead of him. We've got to put him on for sure. It's going to be hard to get him, but he is the 8th rated quarterback in the country. But he sees how bad our quarterbacks are. He's like, hey, playing time. Facilities, F+. That doesn't really help. But we're ahead right now. +1, it looks like. So we're still ahead in interest score with some of these guys. We're getting close to even, though. Tied with interest with a guy from Hawaii. Maybe I can get my own Tua. Who knows? Let's see. We have 30 targets so far. Guess we can add a couple of these safeties back, see if they're any good. Remove them if I find enough A+ or B+ guys. Okay, that's 40 targets. Just let the AI do its work. So going through each one. All right, let's see if we can get Beasley a little bit better. A +3, that helped a little bit. Another +3. We're having a little bit better luck this time around. Let's see if we can keep it up. +6, nice. Just trying to work on the kicker. I know he's going to have a lot of work this year, so. Okay, auto assign defense, usually what I do. Find out the guys we might keep. Oh, the 4-star Petty is a D minus. Yeah, that's just not good. I knew it was too good to be true. 4-star wanted to come to Southern Miss in year two. Okay, helps out a little bit. Okay, on to summer one. Oh, that +1 hurt. We really need that to be a lot better. +6, much better. Found a couple not great potential, so we'll get rid of them. Not terrible. A couple good players found, or possibilities. Okay, one more training session left. Let's see if can get some last boost at the end. I think it's going to be a very bad season, but you never know. I thought last season was going to be really bad and we won 10 games. +5, nice boost. We got 4 linemen over 80. Not bad for the Sun Belt. +3 at the last second. Now 95 accuracy. He doesn't have much power, so he's not going to hit many long field goals, but he will make a lot of short ones. We're going to need that. Couple guys we got to get rid of. Hmm. We still have a ton of safeties. We can add some more DBs and a couple more linemen. Okay, and these guys are just going to get added anyway. We'll find out if they're worth it. Okay, we'll see what the preseason expectations are. Hopefully they're not too high. So he wants us to win 10 games or the division. Ouch. That is going to be pretty hard to do. 7 interceptions, that's possible. Force 2 fumbles on defense, that should happen. Win 7 games, $3 million bonus. I hope we can pull it off. Let's find out. Well, defensive talent, we've definitely bounced up a little bit. 81 defense, 78 overall compared to the rest of the league. Our offense has taken a hit at 77. We're ranked 121st in the country. If we were just looking at, shit. So we're 77 and 81 last or this season. Last year we were a 79 and 80. So defense with a slight bump, offense with the drop down. Get a couple of these visits down. The videos also went pretty long today. A lot of stuff you gotta do in the off season in this game, which is one of the most fun parts, so it's definitely worth it. But videos go long. So I'll probably end this episode here, and then episode 3 will take us to season 2, the actual season. All right, thanks for watching, guys. You guys have a great one. I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks, man.